everyone. Hi, I am Jessica Koch. You know it, your host of Profound Professionals. You have been following us for almost 6 years now. I am so grateful for you. We have been giving you shows of industry experts that help improve your personal life or grow your business. These experts have come from all over the world and they share their knowledge and their tips with you. And today I will not disappoint you. I promise. Today we have an amazing guest. Her name is Marian Egan, and she can help you plan your journey back to a healthier, happier you. Your body knows best. Marian, I am so excited about what you do and the experiences I've already had with you and the joy that I'm feeling. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. And thank you for inviting me. It's really a pleasure to be here. And you said the magic words, your body knows best. Did you know that your body will never lie to you? That's so important to realize. Your body will never lie to you. So that starts off the process of trusting yourself,
I love that.
It's amazing.
So what you do is really interesting. So try to give us a brief kind of description of what you're up to and kind of a little bit of the backstory of how you got here.
Well, I suppose if I am truly, truly honest, I have to be, because that's me. I started out looking for solutions myself. That's where it all began. And it's amazing when I remember way back when I asked my GP, my doctor, about, fitness. I wanted to do fitness, and I was having a few problems with my spine. So I was told, make sure the fitness professional that you go to is fully qualified. So Marian goes off to investigate, and instead of finding a fitness professional, I became one. So that was the beginning.
And you want something done right, do it yourself.
So that was the beginning of my journey. And then I was very fortunate to, a lady that I had worked with when I was working before I had my children, wanted to do a reflexology course. And she said, no, Marian, you'd love it. So, and I'm going to do this and we're going to do that. And will you do it with me? It means we can practice on each other and we can, So anyway, I went along kicking and screaming, and I learned how to do reflexology, and I qualified in that, which I'm so grateful to that lady, because that really set me on this path and this journey of looking for solutions for myself. And then I came across muscle testing. A friend of mine was muscle testing, and I was just in awe that my body could give me the answers. That's the key to everything. Your body knows best and it'll never lie to you. So I then studied. I've been doing kinesiology for more than 30 years. And it was the best thing I ever did. But my journey didn't stop there. I went on to train with Richard Bandler, NLP, Paul McKenna for hypnotherapy, Michael Breen for life coaching, Dr. Bradley Nelson for the emotion code. I became a brain gym consultant and trainer. It's been going on. And I keep saying, I'm doing no more study. I'm doing no more learning, but you know what? It's just the way it is. I just kept going. And along that journey, I started painting. And then many years ago, I brought the painting process into my clinical practice. And oh my God, Jessica, that really made such a difference, because now my hobby, there's no difference between my hobby and my work, because what I do, I love, and it's amazing. And I called it heart art. I call it heart art magic. And the magic, Jessica, is my ability. It's an acronym for my ability to go into my center. Because that's where the magic happens. We actually have the answers within us. It's not outside of it. It's not when you get the new car or the next shiny, bright thing. It's actually within us. And sometimes we're so busy looking outside of ourselves that we don't see and don't feel what's within, So we all have that magic to draw upon. It's just learning how to do it and what to do. And it's like everything, you know, people have often said to me, oh, Marian, this is easy. Everything is really easy when you know how. It's getting the know-how. And my job is to empower people to heal themselves.
So you empower people to heal themselves. So what's that like as far as an experience for someone when they're working with you? So they're going to come and they say, you know what? I want this healthier, happier me that Marian's talking about. I want to come work with you and figure out how to achieve that. What's the next step? Because you're certified in about a gazillion things. Yeah. So are you going to teach us NLP? Are you going to do reflexology on us? Are you going to you're certified in everything. So what's going to happen when we walk in to work with you?
Well, I suppose you just stirred a thought in my memory bank. And this lady who I met this lady. My son was water skiing, and he invited myself and my husband down to water ski, and we went into this lady's house to get a cup of tea. And I was saying to my son, Steve, you can't go into somebody's house like that and just get a cup of tea. And he says, no, Patricia opens her door, and that's what she does. She invites the skiers in and she lets them use the bathroom, and she gives them, food and whatever. So that's what we did anyway. And here there was she had visitors for the weekend, this lady Patricia, and this visitor said to me, when she heard a little bit about what I do, she said, would you be able to help my son? He has concentration and memory problems, and he's coming up to do his junior cert. And I said, absolutely. And it's so funny because this was down in the middle of the country in Ireland. And this lady lives about 20 minutes from where I live, so it was really interesting. But anyway, I saw that young man once. And he was eating all the wrong things. He didn't drink water. And I just set him on a program of change. And all I did was see him once, set him on my nutritional program. And eventually, like 6.5 stone lighter and later, he said to me, I said to my mom, why did you feed me all that crap? Oh. And she said, because I didn't know any different until Marian educated us. And once she got the education, but she just did not know. And this is the thing, Jessica, some people just do not know. And when you know, you can fix it. When you know what to do, you can make the change. And when the change happens, and the thing is, he did that change himself. He just took my direction. I just told him what to do. I didn't do it for him. He did it himself. But I told him what he needed to do, and he did it, So really, it's just about knowing what needs to change and how can I do it. And once you know that, then it's, you're going in the right direction. But sometimes people don't even know what is the right direction. And the right direction for me is not the right direction for somebody else. Everybody has their own destination. And the way I would explain it is, with my art, it's the heart art magic is painting from the subconscious, okay? Your subconscious is your internal belief system. It's your sat-nav. And if you know how to set your sat-nav for the outcome that you want and the destination that you're looking to get to, your subconscious will oblige, because your subconscious does not know what is real and what is imagined. If you can imagine it, your subconscious can see it, and then it knows what to do in order for you to get what it is you want to get. It's amazing. It's an amazing piece of kit that we all have, but we may not all need or know how to use properly.
Well, one of the things that I love about how you've incorporated art with what you do, and with you mentioning sometimes people don't even know where to start or what direction to go, is you've created this beautiful deck of cards that has both the art and direction. So even with some of your guidance and training, if someone were just to purchase the deck of cards on their own, even whether working with you, or maybe they'd work with you and they're just having a day and they need a moment, and you have given them some training on how to use these cards, they get to pull one and then have some direction and some healing occur, without necessarily having to know what do they need at that moment, right? So I think that that's really beautiful. Do you want to show some of your cards or talk about the creation of your cards or how this all came to be?
Well, the creation came from desperation, Jessica, and it was during COVID. Bearing in mind, up to COVID, my clinical practice, my doors were open. People came here in person. I'm 30 years in business. I've never advertised because people would come, they get a result and they go tell somebody else. And then that would send a new set of people to me. So COVID, doors closed. And not only that, but my mom got sick. My mom at age 95 got COVID and pneumonia at the same time. And her doctor just said, this is not good. And if I thought that was bad at the time, which it was, my daughter told me of her cancer diagnosis. So now I had mom on one hand and my daughter Jenny on the other hand, and Jenny wanted me to be her mom, not her therapist. So I did what Marian knows best was, I had been doing healing paintings for people prior to this. So I decided every week Jenny had chemo, I would do a painting. And I literally paint with my hands. And when I see what is coming through on the painting, I'll take a paintbrush and then bring it out. So that's what I was doing every week, did that. And then one day I painted this painting and I called it Wisdom, Insight, and Foresight. And then I got the inspiration to bring these images into a card deck. And Jessica, I knew nothing about card decks, absolutely nothing. But within 24 hours, a good friend of mine, Jean, told me about Rosie, and Rosie is the queen of card decks in USA. And I went on her course and I created my card deck. So then I was saying to myself, well, how do they work? So what I did was I rang clients and I said, look, can I put all my images on a PowerPoint, and I rang them and I said, do you have any pain in your body? And when they said yes, I said, okay, well, how great is it? 10 is as bad as it can be. 0 means there's nothing there. Where would you put it on that scale? And they tell me it was a 7 or an 8. So I think it was Noreen I rang first, and Noreen said her back pain was 8 out of 10. And I said, look, I'm doing my cards. So I asked her to choose a number between 1 and 47 because there was 47 slides, 47 cards. And she chose a number and I read out the message because I had the image, and on the back I had the message and a frequency number. And lo and behold, Noreen's back pain disappeared. And she's bending over and touching her toes. And she was saying, oh my God, Marian Egan, if this was 100 years or 300 years ago, you'd be burnt at the stake. You know?
Okay, and we have to stay for all social media purposes that we don't claim any cures. We're not giving you medical or legal or financial advice. We're not, claiming anything as such, just sharing the stories as they've occurred in our experiences. So,
and that's so true, Jessica. I mean, it doesn't cure anything. But what did happen was time and time again, when I'd ring a client and they had pain, their pain disappeared. And then they were saying, well, Marian, how does that work? And I said, well, look, we've just used a frequency number. And the frequency balances the imbalance in your body. So, like, if you think about it, your thoughts create an electrical charge, and your feelings create a magnetic charge. So hence you've got this thinking and feeling. The two together is your electromagnetic energy. Now, when they're out of sync, your body can produce pain. So Jessica, tell me this, what do you get when you put, like, if T is for tension, which would cause pain, what do you get when you put T at the end of pain?
T at the end of pain. I know this. It's paint.
Exactly.
Wait, I can smell. There's hope for me.
So when I started doing heart art, and I realized that I was focusing on what I was painting, and it took my focus off the pain I was in. you know, so I started, as I say, doing the cards. So this is I'll just call one. This is a card which is called I Value Me, right? So I have my painting image on one side, and I have my message on the opposite side, and it has a frequency number.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, that frequency balances the imbalance in your body. That's really the simplicity of it. And as you say, no claim to cure anything. That's really important. But isn't it wonderful that you can have a tool that's self-healing and that you can use to your advantage when you need to?
I love it. And so you're going to get a real treat. She's agreed to do a live demonstration of a bit of the process, just a piece of what you might experience as you work with Marian through your personal journey. And we kind of talked about one of the things that I would like to be, and I hadn't thought of this until Marian said it, and I just love the connection, is I, want to be healthy and lean and strong and, and release some weight that isn't serving my body, and, just that healthy and lighter and leaner me. And Marian had mentioned lightness in mind and body. And I think that that's what we're going to focus on achieving for me today, is lightening both my mind and my body. So what is the process? Take it away, Marian.
Okay, so the process is, I say to you, okay, again, 0 to 10, where would you see yourself on that scale?
Oh, probably about a 7 or an 8.
7 or an 8, okay. And so your intention is to feel lighter in your mind and lighter in your body, okay? So if I may test your vitality at this point in time, yeah? Okay, so you're testing 69% at the moment. So we've set the intention, and I would ask anybody listening now is to set their own intention now, what they want, okay? So if there is pain, evaluate where it is on that scale, and or something that you want to achieve, or it could be like what we're doing now, feeling lighter in mind and body. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just shuffle the cards, and I'm looking for the priority card to bring that about. So when a card pops up like this, which this has just done, it's just kind of raised itself out of the deck. This is the universe pulling this card, and this one says, what do you desire? And that's very apt for what we're doing. So what do you want to create in your life? Nothing is impossible when you can dream it into your reality. Your subconscious never fails to express what you impress upon it. It must accept and cannot reject your thoughts. Thoughts become things. When you can feel it in your body, then it can become true for you. Nothing stops you from achieving your desires when you feel your wish fulfilled. And this is the frequency number. Okay. So I'm going to get you to jot that down.
Okay. And can you repeat it to me just so I can make sure I'm seeing it clearly? It's
736 932 233.
So I have 736 932 233.
Yeah. So you're going to tap that just on your sternum.
Does it matter if it's your left or your right hand?
No, it doesn't matter. And the thing is, you're just going to tap it in 5 times. So as in 736 932 233. And that's the first time.
736 932 233. 736 932 233. 736 932 233. 736 932 233. 736 932 233.
Okay, so now we're not going to know straight away how you're going to feel about that. It's not something that's measurable right now. If it was a pain element, we could measure that. But
well, actually, prior to starting, I had a really intense neck and shoulder pain, and it's much milder now. So it's started to like wash wash down. So
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, okay. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because we didn't discuss that. That's interesting. And I have found, personally, I have found the same thing when I'd be working with somebody, because like that, our listeners now can actually do this on themselves and experience it. Okay, we do need to know the card, so I'm going to shuffle again and see what happens. Okay, so I have 2 cards that popped up here. I'll read the 2, will I? So this one is called River Deep, Mountain High. The only way is up as you follow your path of intuition and inspiration. Take the time to listen and seek what you will find when you do. Go with your flow of inspiration as it leads you to greater heights in life, and enjoy your journey. So this number, Jessica, is, I'll read it out because the card is quite dark. 12224343.
12224343.
Yeah. River Deep, Mountain High. And again, if you tap that in 5 times.
5 times. And the number of tapping does change on occasion, doesn't it, Marian? I know that that's an experience. So here we go. 122243. 12224343. 12224343. 12224343.
One more.
12224343.
Perfect. Okay. Now just notice how you feel.
I feel good, actually.
So how is the neck and shoulders? Because that's something we can measure right now.
Yeah, it is much better. It was very tight, and I was thinking about taking some pain reliever prior to our call and hadn't got a chance to. And it feels much better.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, look, I'll read out the last one, okay, because we may as well, seeing as it presented itself. This is called Creating Momentum. Make power promises to yourself and keep them by taking baby action steps consistently and daily. Keep them so simple that you will do them and achieve them to help you create the life you dream about. As you continually create positive habits, it leads to long-lasting results. An action in motion stays in motion. No consistency, as in KNOW, equals no daily results. And no consistency, NO consistency, equals no result. Choose what will bring your best results. And the word no is a complete sentence, so use it. I'm going to turn this around so you can actually see what I was talking about, the no consistency and the NO consistency. See that? Okay. And they're very relevant if you think about.
Okay, this is connected. This all is connected exactly to what's happening into my life right now, including entwining some things I did in my morning book club that I do weekly on Tuesdays that Marian had no idea about. So all of what she's sharing with me is tied exactly in. I'm reading right now in my book club, Millionaire Success Habits. And so you just read about habits and I'm in this amazing program that Mary and I are experiencing together. And it is, I have a daily accountability partner. I have a weekly success partner. I have 3 days a week that I'm doing things. I'm doing small and bite-sized actions. So everything you just read is a description of my current life right now. Wow. So you couldn't be more spot on, Marian. So bring it on.
Okay, let me give you the frequency number for this card, which is 331
331.
Yeah, 982
982
248.
248.
Yeah.
And this one is?
You need that 7 times. Tap that one 7 times.
Okay, here we go. 331 982 248. 331 982 248. 331 982 248. 331 982 248. 331 982 248. 331 982 248. 331 982 248.
That's just well, how does that feel?
That feels wonderful. I am excited about these cards and these numbers. I am purchasing my own deck. I can't wait for them to arrive. And I am going to ask Marian, with her kindness and love, to send me images again of these cards and pictures. And I'm going to be, now there's some next steps that we take with these numbers and this information to continue to enhance us on the path that we're seeking, right?
Absolutely. Well, you've taken the first step. The first step is installing the numbers into your body. So by tapping them here, you've installed the number into your body. If you had a pain point, you could tap the number. If it was a shoulder pain, you could tap it into the shoulder, but just tapping it here is sufficient. It'll work anyway. So the next point is,
could I have my husband tap it into my shoulder if he used both hands and tapped it in and we said the numbers together? Is this work too?
That should work, yeah, because what you're doing, you're creating a circuit. So the next thing is you write the number out, and I just don't have mine right to hand at the minute.
I do. I have one. I have it. Well, I don't have it available at the moment.
So you write the numbers out. You can actually write the three numbers together out on a small piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Cover the paper with tape, like Scotch tape, front and back. And you turn the number. So if the number was in a horizontal position, you turn it to a vertical position, and you turn the number to face your skin, and you place the number next to your skin on the left side of your body. And you wear
that's where I have mine. That's why I can't share it.
So, and the reason for the left side of the body, Jessica, is that energy flows into your body on the left side. So with keeping the energy, so you've installed it by tapping it in, you're wearing it, which keeps the energy flowing. You can wear it during the day, you can take it off at nighttime, but wear it during the day. And I suggest that you do this, wear it for, well, your body's saying to wear it for 3 weeks.
I think that's how long I'm supposed to wear the other one too.
Is it?
And so can I wear 2 sets of numbers?
Yeah, sometimes I could have 4 or 5 sets of numbers on my body. You know, all it's doing is just keeping your body balanced. It's, you know, and it's energy. It's, you know, it's all it's doing is keeping that balance there, which is fantastic, you know. And then finally, you would write the numbers out again, and you would place them on a bottle of water. So again, with the number facing into the water, take it to the bottle.
Here. I have an example, and I used a rubber band to hold. So my numbers are facing the water, and I have a rubber band because of the condensation, so that I can keep it on my glass. And I've been infusing it. So by the time I'm finished with our call, it'll be good and soaked. Now, different size bottles take a little different timing, and you want to share a little bit about that?
So a bottle this size would take about 2 to 3 hours to infuse. Now what happens is when it's infused into the water, the frequency is increased by 40,000 times. And you're drinking that water twice a day. So this is my drinking bottle, but my infusion bottle is in my kitchen. It's full now, and it's like a little mummy. It has numbers taped all around it because I keep adding to it. So I top this bottle up with my infusion bottle, and then I go refill my infusion bottle and let it infuse all over again. And I drink this water twice a day, and the numbers are increased by 40,000 times. So you tap the numbers in, you wear the numbers on the left side of your body, and then you drink the water. Do you know what, Jessica? I've used this because, again, I had to see, well, how does this work? And I was actually invited to present my card course, because I've created a course now to learn how to use the cards, and my card deck to an international conference in Tenerife this year. Normally when I would speak, I would shake, rattle and roll from nervousness, but my intention was to speak with authority and with calmness and not have that nervousness at all. And it worked. I was just so amazed. So I use these cards on myself, for myself, and I do them every day. Every single day I do them. Yeah.
I love it. So is there something today that you could share with some sort of tips? First of all, thank you for sharing us your journey and your story and the experience. I hope you enjoyed going through this exercise with us as much as I've enjoyed it. I am just really in awe of Marian and her process. So I thank you for that. Oh, is there anything else about you or the business itself that you'd like to share before we move on to the tip?
Well, there's a book that I'd like to recommend, and the author is long since gone, but I think this has been printed so many times, and it's called The Game of Life and How to Play It, and it's by Florence Scovel Shinn.
She's jumped ahead of the program to the book section. So we see this is her favorite book, and we will be adding it to our ultimate book list, as we always do. I just wanted to make sure we covered everything else about what's happening in your world with your business and yourself.
Well, just the other day, Saturday, I got an invitation to go back to Tenerife and present my Heart Art Magic in Tenerife next May. So that's really, really special for me now. So, and hubby and I are celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary, so I'm going to do it there.
So that is lovely. That's lovely. Now she's also developing a new program that you'll have to reach out to her and find out the details about, that will be released in the future. So stay tuned for some programs that she'll be offering. And what's the tip that you can share with someone that they could do today?
Well, what I find a really good thing to do, I call it box breathing, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you're in a stressed out state, your body is flooded with cortisol hormone, and that will keep your stress state elevated. So in order to deplete that cortisol hormone, you want to increase your dopamine and serotonin levels, right? And one way of doing that is if you breathe in, I call it box breathing. So you breathe in for the count of 4. You hold that breath for a count of 4. You let it out for a count of 4 and wait for a count of 4 before you breathe in again and repeat the process. And what that does is it will increase your dopamine and serotonin level, and your cortisol levels will drop right down, and you'll feel more relaxed and feel more in control as well. So
I love that. And my husband would be smiling from ear to ear, because I had a little bit of anxiety when we went to a pro sports game for my daughter's soccer team. We saw some women's soccer, and the seats, needless to say, were very great view, but very high up and very steep incline. And it caused me a bit of a challenge, a little bit of a puzzle to solve. And when we sat down and I got comfortable, I was still trying to process those feelings of concern. And my husband had me do just that exercise, and he breathed with me. So I'm married to a very smart guy. I love that tip, and I did calm down, and I did feel better.
It works. Yeah, it does work. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he read somewhere that individuals in the military when they're in high fear, high combat, high life-threatening situations, often use that exercise to keep control and keep grounded so they can stay focused and not panic in life-threatening situations. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, you know, just to remember that we have techniques that we can use. Sometimes when you're really stressed, you forget that you can do that, you know. So another tip I'd say is just to say to yourself, stop and think and do something positive. Because when you change your thought processes, you change your outcome.
And your emotion too, that whole connecting. And I love the idea of, you said thoughts are, you said electrical charge?
Yes, your thoughts emit an electrical energy. Your feelings create a magnetic energy, which gives you the electromagnetic. And the feelings then, when you are in that, you know, I call it my 3H connection, your head and your heart and your higher self. When you've got that 3H connection, you will draw things to you that you desire. And it stops then, it stops you having the stressful thought processes, and it brings about a positive result rather than a negative result, you know? So
yeah, I think that's beautiful. One of the things I love about our show is a little off schedule today because we did an actual exercise and we went a little deeper, and I'm so excited about that. And I hope you're having as much fun as we are. But you know what's coming next. We love to talk about and spread awareness of all of our amazing guests who come to us. They share with us a cause that's close to their heart. So you had a cause that we chatted briefly about. You want to share that with us?
Well, I think the Sight Savers cause, it helps children who have, like, their lashes turn inwards and it scrapes their eyes. And eventually they go blind. And, you know, they have a medication that will actually reverse that and stop a child going blind. And I think that's a wonderful Sight Savers International to, you know, contribute to. If you see 2 and 3 year olds with this this condition, and it's horrendous, because you know yourself, when if an eyelash gets into your eye, it's very painful.
Terrible.
Yeah, but the eyelashes turn inwards and scrape the eye, and then blindness happens.
I didn't even know this was a thing. So see, that I love that we are sharing awareness, and you know, what a wonderful gift it is to be able to see. So yeah, what a beautiful cause. So thank you for sharing that, and very appropriate for someone who has such a passion for color and art, and as you do. So thank you, Marian, for that. Now, the next part, as you know, because I am a crazy bookworm and I love bringing all the books that our clients love to our audience, Marian gave us a sneak peek. She really loves this one book. What was the book you mentioned, the name of the book?
The Game of Life and How to Play It.
Now, what is this book cover? Share with us a little more details about the book.
It's basically kind of following your heart, being within yourself, you know, and you can attract into your life what you want by your thinking. You know, again, it's about your subconscious. And as I said, your subconscious is your internal, well, in my opinion, it's your internal belief system. You can program it to get you to the destination that you're looking to go to, instead of just going through life and wondering where I'm going to end up. You know, have a decision, decide where you want to go, decide what you want to do. And when you're passionate about something, that's really fantastic, when you can be passionate about something and just love the life that you live, you know. And be aware of other people, you know, like awareness, mindfulness, all of that. And it's really all about that, the game of life and how to play it.
I love that. And you've written a book, so tell us about the books you've written, Marian.
I have written a couple of books, but I've only published one of them. I called it Love to Change, Then Change to Love. When I was a kid, Jessica, I used to go into a bookshop or a library, right? And I'd pick up a book and I would literally do that. And if there weren't any pictures in it, I just put it down.
Well, I think a lot of kids did that when they were little.
So my book is about my heart art journey, and every second page, I think there's about 100 paintings in my book. So every second page has a colorful painting in it. And it's my journey of how art helped me when I was in the deepest, throes of pain. And also for me, it was the ending of 50 years of grief that I had lived with. I lived in grief for 50 years. And when I think about it, that was I wrote that book for me, it was purely for me.
Well, that's lovely. And your book is available on your website or on Amazon, or where can we find your book?
It's on Amazon, Love to Change, Then Change to Love. Yeah.
Okay. And also your cards, you can purchase a deck of your cards on your website or.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's a course that Marian will share with you as well, that you can learn to use the cards. And then of course you can reach out to her to find out what programs or what she has available as far as working directly with her.
And the course teaches an aspect of kinesiology. So I teach kinesiology so that you can actually test to see which is the appropriate card for me, which, again, as I say, your body won't lie to you. So it's a great way of, finding your direction. And it's really just a self-healing tool. That's what it is.
Yeah, I love that. It's beautiful. I've enjoyed this time so much together, and I hope you have too. Now, if you've been watching and you're thinking to yourself, wait, I have a unique and special gift and I can help improve people's personal life, or I know just how to make them grow their business or expand their resources into generational wealth, well, then we want to have you as a guest on our show. So reach out. We would love to feature you on Profound Professionals. Now, don't be selfish. We know if you're an industry expert, you must know someone else who is an industry expert too. Be kind, be amazing, and be our hero and theirs, and introduce them to us so that we can feature them as well. Now, before we say goodbye, we're not going to let Marian off the hook. We're not going to let her leave until she gives us one final piece. Not that she hasn't given us tons today, but one final piece of information or inspiration to leave us with as we say goodbye.
Okay, well, thank you so much for inviting me. So I will leave you with, when your eyes see your hands do the work of your heart, your circle of life is complete.
Mm-hmm. When your eyes see your hands doing the work of your heart,
the circle of life is complete. Your circle of life is complete.
Wow, that's some good stuff. We need to write that down. Oh my goodness, that is wonderful. So say it one more time.
Okay. When your eyes see your hands do the work of your heart, your circle of life is complete.
Ah, that is good stuff. That is so good. I love that. Well, wow. I think that was a big time. And I think that was probably one of the top most inspirational things any guest has ever left us with in all the years I've been doing this. That one I'm going to go back and write down for sure. I may ask you to repeat it one more time, but I hope you got it. Rewind us, write it down. And well, you know who I am. That's right. I'm Jessica Koch, your host of Profound Professionals. It has been a joy to have you here. We thank you with our hearts for sharing and liking and commenting, because you just don't know whose life you might change just by pressing that little share button and sending this video off to your audience in your world, because someone may be touched, healed, comforted, find knowledge or joy from something we've shared in our show today. So I thank you for that. I thank you for following us and being here on our next show. But until next time, I will leave you with this probably forever. So don't get bored of our closing. Our show ends with, remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.